So today I just recently beat Far Cry 5 and got one of the endings, and I kind of have some thoughts about the story of the game. While Far Cry 5 is a great game, its storyline is almost abrasive in nature. And what I mean by this is the three zones that you're in, you're building that ranking point meter up. And when you hit those certain checkpoints, you're just thrust into the story no matter what you are doing. You can be doing some story mission or anything, or a side mission, or going to a prepper stash, or fishing, or anything. I mean, you save a civilian. Let's say, so like your ranking point, the meter, the bar you're working towards to progress the story, you save a civilian just randomly, or your AI does it. So you're just thrust into a mission without your say-so. You have no say in it at all. So like if you're in Faith Seed Zone, the bliss overcomes you and you just get teleported. If you're in Jacob Siege, you get shot with an arrow, etc., etc. You get my point, though, is it happens basically 3 times at least in each zone. So that's basically 9 times that this happens just randomly without your say-so. And, you know, the gameplay in Far Cry 5 is very good, and I did enjoy it, and I did enjoy the story missions and the side missions, but the way that this was presented was kind of, I don't know, just a little bit weak, and it just kind of like a little bit forced. I think that they could have had you go to someone and talk to them, and then go somewhere and do these missions, instead of just having them forced upon you. Well, and the other thing is, so you get these, like, you build that meter up, and then you fight the leader of that zone. And usually it's just like you go and you fight them, and they're pretty easy. I think the most challenging one, honestly, with Faith was Faith Seed's fight, because she actually has like some variation. It actually felt like a real boss battle. And like someone, when I fought like I think it was it John Seed and Jacob Seed, you just fought them on the ground, like on foot basically, and it was pretty easy. Majority of them were pretty easy. And the bunkers that you liberated, so you beat them, and you go and you do the bunkers for each area, and then that zone is fully liberated. Well, you liberate the bunkers, and they're pretty short. They're not very difficult. Actually, Jacob's was the shortest of the 3, and it probably only took like 5 minutes or something to maybe 10 to beat his bunker. And it's like you do the story, and it feels like almost anticlimactic, and it's just put there just to be put there, because the story starts off very strong, and then it's like it doesn't feel that way. And now, cut off right now if you have not completed the game, because I'm going to talk about the ending. Okay, so the ending of the game, you beat all 3 regions leaders, and then you destroy their bunkers, and then you have to go and face John Seed. Well, you get there, and he's like at this church, and he's like, he has like all your people turned against you or something with the bliss or something like that, and you get an option to resist him or flee. And I chose resist. Apparently that's the best ending you can get in the entire game. So you choose to resist, and then you start fighting him, basically. And you have to fight your allies, and you have to revive them. And after you revive them, then they're fighting for you. And so you do that, and then there's a little part at the end. It's like, oh, take down John Seed. You shoot him like 3 or 4 times in the head, and he's dead. But he's not actually dead. So then it goes to another cutscene, and you arrest John Seed, and then boom! In the distance, there's just like some nuclear explosion or something. We don't know what it is or why it happened. If it's, the United States Army. We don't know why it's happening. Is it another country that's attacking us? I don't know. So maybe it was the military trying to get rid of this cult in Montana. We don't know. So then what happens is you take Joseph, and you put him in a truck, and you start driving, and everyone's freaking out. You have your allies in the car with you, the truck with you, and you race, and you have like 2 minutes or whatever to get to the bunker. So you get near the bunker, you hit like a tree, and then you look around and like everyone's dead except for you, basically. And then you like pass out, and then you like come to a little bit, and someone's carrying you to the bunker, and you kind of think, oh crap, it's Joseph. And I pretty much could tell right away. And you get in there, and Joseph has got you handcuffed to like a bed or something, or the wall, and he's like, yeah, I'm the father and you're my new child, and then the game just ends, basically. And so you're left thinking, the heck, so am I just supposed to live the rest of my days in this bunker? And nothing else is ever explained. Like, you don't know what happens next or anything. And then you go to the main menu and you can continue the game like nothing ever happened, basically. But like, all the areas are liberated, and you can just do side missions and do whatever else you wanted to do in the game. So the story, it's kind of, I felt like it kind of took a back seat to the gameplay. Like, it could have been a lot more than it was, but I did enjoy the game. Honestly, I'd probably give the game, I want to say, I don't know, maybe either a 7.5 or an 8 or somewhere in between there, because the game is really good, the gameplay is really good, but I have to knock it a few points for the story. It just felt like it started off so strong and so good, and then it kind of just fizzled out in the end, and it was like, the ending just felt like it was there just to be there, It wasn't like, I don't know. And I felt like the ending wasn't that great, and it didn't really explain anything, like what else happened. But it's kind of one of those things that they're doing, I don't know, what is it, the anti-hero ending or something like that. I don't know what they say, but you know what I mean. It's the ending now where not everything is good. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. It is. It was a good game, but it could have been a little bit better with the story. But honestly, yeah, somewhere between a 7.5 and an 8, maybe closer to an 8. Probably an 8. I'll give it an 8. Okay, we'll stick with that. Because the game was so much fun. I played with my friend Steven, and we had a lot of fun in it. We probably spent like, we'd take turns, we'd play each other's games, and we probably played, I don't know, over 30 hours together. Together, I mean, we probably played like individually, like maybe 10 hours each, but we probably spent like 20 hours of the game together. So we beat it around like 30 hours or so, 32 hours, somewhere in there. Because we messed around a lot, and we did a lot of side missions, and tried to find all the prepper stashes and everything. And so we had a lot of fun. I can't really knock it for that. I haven't really tried the Far Cry Arcade, which I'm going to try soon. And I'm looking forward to all the DLC and seeing what else it can bring to the game. So this is Not the Average Gamers signing off. You guys have a good one. But that was just kind of my thoughts on the story of the game, and catch you guys in the next video.